Welcome to Arts and Crafts with Steve McDonald. Today I'm going to be drawing a couple of ballet dancers, and these are test pictures really for a bigger piece that I will be doing and putting up at some point in the near future. So what you can see is I've drawn the torso and the head down before I draw the skirt, not the legs, because I will determine exactly where the legs will fit once the tutu or skirt is finished. So initially I've gone down with a weak solution of Baja Blue, mixed with 99% alcohol, and then I'm going to go over it with some neat Baja Blue to give it a bit of dimension really, so it looks like there's a bit of movement in it. And I'm particularly using the airbrush now to make some very wispy tendrils coming off this, again for the movement. It's very similar to how I did the flowers in the flower video, which the link will be above if you want to have a watch of that. So there's the skirt done for the first one. So that's the skirt done of the first one, and now I'm going to paint in the silhouette of the dancer, the torso part, in the top half. And again, as you can see, the skirt has gone over a little bit the torso, but the black is quite an opaque colour, so it's not gonna show the blue through it. So I'm using quite a fine brush here, just a tiny bit of 99% alcohol and 2 drops of black in this little palette I've got here. But I actually let that dry out, and when I want to reactivate it, I just reactivate it with a bit of alcohol. So you could go around these lines with a Sharpie if you'd like, or actually you could just colour the silhouette in with a Sharpie, and then if you wanted it not to be a very solid black, you then could just dampen your brush with alcohol and go over the Sharpie. But I actually prefer the look of using the black alcohol ink. So there we go. There's obviously no features on this dancer at all, which makes it a lot easier. And as you'll see at the end, it is a quite effective approach to designing the dancers. Putting a little bun in. And I've finished these off as this is, but I haven't done the hands as yet, and I will do the hands, but hands are not my strong point. Regardless what I do seem to end up with just sausages or claws. So if anybody's got any suggestions, please leave a comment on how I can paint hands better. I mean, that one I've done there is not too bad, but I'm not overly pleased with this one. But as I said, these are test pieces, so I'm not too worried at this point. So now I've sketched the legs in just with a HB pencil of where I want them to go. And now I'm following those lines and just filling it in. I've only speeded this video up to 2 times the normal speed, which as you can see, these dancers don't actually take that long to do. And if you would like the dancers, several dancers on a page, and you want particularly them to be this size and in this pose, then what you could do is just trace the torso and the legs, put the torso down again, do another skirt maybe in a different colour, and you know you're going to get a good copy. So now I've drawn another dancer in a different position. I've put a bit of an outline where I want the tutu or the skirt to go here in pencil, and I've put my hand there so I don't so the airbrush doesn't splatter paint over the dancer that I've already got done. So this is going to be a different pose, as you can see by the torso. and I'm using magenta for this one. And anybody that's been watching my videos will know that magenta is one of my favourite alcohol inks, because I like the way it dries into different tones and the colours split out. So rather than dilute this one down, I've put this on neat, and I'm trying it with diluting it using the alcohol ink, because I wanted to test which one was the best effect. And actually the best effect, I think, was diluting some of the colour first, putting down an undercoat or an underlayer of the skirt, and then going on top with the neat, as opposed to going straight in with neat. So that's what I will use when I do the bigger picture. So there we go, I've drawn the legs in on this one. And the reason I've not shown you me drawing the legs in, because I draw them in, rub them out, draw them in, rub them out, draw them in, rub them out. So I just thought, well, once I've got what I want, then I will leave it and then do the silhouette. And these, as I said, these tutus are really no different to how I've done flowers in the past. Again, there will be a link just above here to one of my flower videos. And I'm still practicing with this airbrush. It was only a cheap airbrush. I think it was only £28. I've done a video on that as well. So, but it does a good job. I'm really pleased with it. So you don't have to spend lots of money to do what you want to do. What I will try is doing one of these with the hairdryer to see if I can get even more wispy tutu skirt. So before I decide how I'm going to fully approach the larger picture. So because this picture's in more of profile, I have given a couple of features. So you can see there is a nose, a chin, the bit of the bun as well, and just so you can identify that it is actually a dancer, and not, as you saw me try and pull out her hair on that brush. And having the sketch down to start with does make life so much easier than just trying to do this freehand without a sketch down to start with. So I'm just going to go and tidy up the hair and the features. And there we go, that's the final picture. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment. I love reading the comments. And I hope you've enjoyed me doing this picture, and thank you for watching Arts and Crafts with Steve McDonald. See you soon. Bye.